Additional costs are additional amounts that vendors often charge when shipping items, such as shipping or handling fees. Here's one for air freight. For each additional cost, enter a unique code and description. If multi-currency is selected, enter the currency where this charge is allowed. If a vendor number is entered when the additional cost is first created, it indicates that it is only available for the assigned vendor. Possibly a special handling charge or customs fee might qualify for only a particular vendor. Leaving the vendor field blank, as in this case, indicates the additional cost can be assigned to any vendor attached to the currency. Additional costs can default to a specific amount. However, if the amount constantly changes, like shipping and handling charges typically do, it might be better to leave this field blank. This way, the correct amount is more inclined to be entered when the default is 0, rather than potentially leaving the wrong default amount when the actual amount is different. Next, select how the additional cost is to be prorated. No proration indicates that the additional cost is directly expensed to the expense account in the next field. Prorate by quantity indicates that the amount is prorated equally among all the items that are received. Prorate by cost bases the additional cost amount by the cost of each item. Therefore, if one item being received costs $10 and the other costs $90, any additional cost entered is split 1/10, 9/10. You can also prorate additional cost by the weight of an item, and finally prorate manually. Selecting this option allows the exact proration amount to be entered individually for each item upon them being received. If the proration method is based on cost, quantity, or weight, select the return proration method. The return proration method indicates what to do with any allocated additional cost if items are subsequently returned to the vendor. In other words, what do you do with any additional cost amount that was allocated to the returned items? Leave instructs Accpac to leave any allocated cost with the item number and factor that cost with any remaining items, possibly because you didn't return all of them. If the returned item doesn't have any remaining quantity, the item retains a cost value without a quantity. Prorate instructs Accpac to take the allocated cost amount for the item being returned and reallocate it to any other items that have been received on the original receipt. Expense instructs Accpac to take the allocated cost amount originally assigned to the item and directly expense it to the return expense account in the next field. When performing a return, you can override the account specified here. In the Taxes section at the bottom of the window, enter any tax authority where tax is factored in the price of the additional cost. Any included tax amount is removed if the item is returned. Also, specify the appropriate tax class code corresponding to the tax authority.
Let's take a look at email messages.